All right, you guys, this is very exciting. Do you know why? Today is our very last video of the semester. We are doing chapter 6, day 2. This thing right here is called a parallelogram, and a parallelogram is a special type of quadrilateral. Do you remember the word quadrilateral? Quadrilateral, quad means 4, lat means sides. So a quadrilateral is any shape that has 4 sides. A common quadrilateral that you might think of automatically is a square. This is not a square. You might also think of a rectangle. This is not a rectangle. You could also think of a kite or a diamond. This is not any of those. This is called a parallelogram, okay? And what it means is it has 2 pairs of opposite sides parallel. What that means is AB is parallel to, do you remember what parallel means? Like the railroad tracks, it means they never touch. It's parallel to CD. So I'm going to write that one down. That's thing number 1. The side AB is parallel. We have a symbol. It looks like slanted train tracks. Is parallel to CD. And we also have another pair of parallel sides. BC, this one, is parallel to this one. So it has 2 pairs, get it? BC, the blue ones, are parallel to AD. Beautiful. It also has 2 pairs of opposite sides congruent. Be really careful because we have a special word here, parallel. That means the train tracks. Congruent. The symbol for that is the equal with the squiggly. Be careful. There's a big difference between those 2 things that I'm talking about. So AB, I'm going to put a tick mark on it. It is the same exact length as CD. Don't they look the same? I mean, like, measure that with your fingers. Don't they look the same? AB and CD. So, okay, they are the same. That's cool. AB is congruent to CD. And also the blue sides are equal too. Doesn't this side look like it's the same exact length as this side? They are the same length. That's a property of parallelogram. So I've got BC congruent to AD. And yeah, these look exactly the same as what I wrote here. But notice the difference. Here's one difference. This is a parallel symbol. This is a congruent symbol. So just be really careful. Don't confuse those. Parallel means they go the same direction, like railroad tracks, they don't touch. Congruent means they have the same length if you are measuring them with a ruler. 2 pairs of opposite angles congruent. Okay, I'm going to do some swoops. Here's an angle. And did you know that it is the same exact angle as this one? And I have 2 different angles. I have this big angle right here is the exact same as this one. So I'm actually going to mark them with like swoops so that they're the same. Angle A is the same as angle C. I'm going to write that thing down here. That's 1. Angle A and angle C are the same. And I'm also going to double swoop B and D, those big ones. Those are the same also. B and D are equal. Angle B congruent to angle D. That is great. These opposite angles, those 2 are equal. And these opposite angles, B and D, are equal. All right, I've got a couple more things. Consecutive angles are supplementary. So what that means, I kind of have a lot of colors going on, is that these 2 angles, this single swoop and this double swoop, are supplementary. It means that they add up to 180. So this angle and this angle are supplementary. That means they add up to 180. And it's the same thing with these 2. So like this one and this one also add up to 180. This one and this one also add up to 180. This one and this one also add up to 180. Fun fact. Okay. I'm not going to write those because I labeled my picture up here. All right, maybe I actually will write that. I think I'll write, what did I write up here? So I have angle A and angle B. Those are consecutive. You guys know that consecutive means like in a row or like right next to each other. So A and B add up to 180. So I'll put angle A plus angle B equals 180. Another pair that I wrote angles or arrows to was B and C. Those are consecutive. They're right next to each other. B and C add up to 180. That is fantastic. Angle B and angle C equals 180. And then I'll just put etc. because you can fill in the other 2 pairs. Add up to 180. The last property is the diagonals. Do you know what a diagonal is? It's these dotted lines right here. This is a diagonal because it goes diagonally through the parallelogram. And here's the other one. This is a diagonal. They bisect each other. That means they cut each other in half. We talked about the word bisect yesterday in class. It means bisect, two equal parts, cut each other in half. So if I look at this diagonal right here, this little piece right here is equal to this little piece right here. This one is the same length as this one. And it kind of looks like it too. You can measure it with your fingers. Okay. And then the long diagonal, this one that goes this way, this piece is equal to this piece. You can measure them with your fingers. This piece right here is equal to this piece right here. And down there, we don't have numbers. I'll do some number ones on the back, but I'm just going to say C tick marks on the diagram, okay? What that means is this piece and this piece are equal. This piece and this piece are equal. That is what bisect each other means. It means cut each other in half. All right. Be very careful on this page because this symbol right here means parallel. This symbol right here means equal. So these are different. These are asking different things, okay? This one says, what is AD parallel to? Well, here's AD. What is it parallel to? This one, BC. Okay, so I'm going to put BC. It's 2 letters. BC. What is AB parallel to? So parallel, that's a symbol. AB is right here. What side is it parallel to? It is parallel to DC. See those train tracks? So I'm going to write DC. When I give you an equal sign, that means give me a number. Okay, what is it equal to? AD. What is it equal to? How long is it? Well, it's 8. And so remember how opposite sides are equal. If this side is 8, then this side is also 8. So I'm putting 8 here. On this page, the next section is AB. AB is right here. What is it equal to? It's equal to this side. And since there's a 9 here, I'm putting a 9 here. Okay, so big difference. What is it parallel to? Means give me a side. Tell me what side it is parallel to. What is it equal to? Means give me a number. We're going to do the same thing down here. WX, there's an equal sign, so it means give me a number. Oh, I need to label some stuff. Okay, so it tells me that ZW is 11. So where's Z? Where's W? So that is 11, which means I can also put 11 over here. Great. And I have ZY, which is 3. Where's ZY? Here's Z, here's Y, so there's a 3 there. And that means that there's a 3 here. Wow, doesn't look like it. I guess it's not drawn to scale, but I'm just going with what we're told. So what number did I write next to WX? Find WX, trace it with your finger. There's a 3 there. Super. What about YX? Where's YX? Here's YX. Trace it with your finger. There's an 11 there. Great, so I'm going to put 11. ABCD is a parallelogram. Find the missing angles. Well, remember on the front how we swooped our angles like this. Angle A and angle C are equal, which means there's a 60 there. And angle D and angle B are equal. How do I figure that out? I feel like I remember something about consecutive angles being supplementary, which means if I put an X right there, I'll do X plus 60 equals 180. When I subtract 60 from both sides, I believe I get X equals 120. So I'm going to put 120 there, which means 120 also goes right there. Remember how opposite angles are equal? So if they're opposite from each other, they're equal. If they are in a row or right next to each other, they are supplementary. So these two are supplementary. That's why I wrote this equation. These two are supplementary. These two are supplementary. These two are supplementary. Let's fill in some answers. Angle C, where's that? It's right here. Next to it, I wrote a 60. Angle D, where's that? I wrote a 120 there. Beautiful. And I've got my last question. A parallelogram, and I see some diagonals in here. Remember how the diagonals cut each other in half? So if this side or this part right here is 3, then I can also put a 3 right here. Remember the tick marks that I put on my diagram earlier? So if this part right here is 3, that means that this is also 3. Let's see if I can answer the questions. I don't know anything about this diagonal, but I do know that it's much longer than the other one. So where's TX? Where's T? It's here. Where's X? It's here. So in between there, I wrote a 3. So the answer is 3. And the last one, V and T. Here's V and here's T. So all the way 3 plus 3 more makes 6. Beautiful, you guys. Those are properties of parallelograms. Congrats on finishing your last video of the semester. Love you all.